Boom. Queries. That's what we're working on today, queries. We already created the first query where we actually threw across the fields from the table, and I showed you in the last one that we didn't need to see the surname, so we unchecked it and we added in some filters or criterias to sort our information. And over here we can see that the age was sorted descending, and it was greater than 16. We wanted the males only, we looked at the parents, and the area was sorted ascendingly. Right, and that gave us the query over there. There were a total of 3 guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do one on the girls, and we're going to see how much money they need to pay us, or the people that owe us money. And later on we'll actually take that query and we will actually throw it into a report where we can actually do some little bit of calculations. Yes, we can do calculations in Access. So let's get started. We don't need this one, so we close it. And then again we're drawing our information from the student info table. So I'm going to go to create query wizard, and again we're doing a simple query, but what do we need now? So we're going to throw over quite a few things. The name, the surname, the age, the gender, the mode of transport. We don't need the area, but I want to take the number and the outstanding fees. So the only ones that we're not using now is the area and the unique code. Right, we go next. We want a detailed query, and we're going to be saving the student info query girls. Right, and we go next, or finished, and here we have it. Okay, so having a look at this, age is not a factor for me, but the age, and again I'm using my trusty little piece of paper, age I want to see in descending order. Right, I want to only see, regarding the gender, I only want to see the females. Let's see, with the mode of transport, we can leave it as is. We can actually do the mode of transport. We can do that in ascending order, just to be fancy. Right, emergency numbers can stay as is. There's nothing that we can do with that one. And then the outstanding school fees, I actually want to go 800 Rand and we'll say 900 Rand and less. Alright, so please listen to what I'm saying. 900 and less. So we're going to be using the outstanding amount. We're going to set up a criteria where it's equal to or less than and equal to. And we're going to play around with both the ways to see which one actually works. Alright, right, so we said 900, eh? That's it. Right, so let's get into it. Again, home, we go to view and we go to the design view and we start playing around with certain things. We want to see the student's name, we want to see the student's surname, but when we get to the age, we said we're going to set that in descending order. We want to see all the age groups, so we're not going to put anything in the criteria there. Under the gender, we did say though that we want to see only the female. Again, ignore these things that come up over here. The criteria is F for female. Now, for the mode of transport, we said we're not going to be too strict on it. We're just going to sort it according to ascending. Alright, and then here where we get to the outstanding school fees, we need to set a criteria. Is it going to be equal to or smaller than equal to? So let's go smaller and equal to 900. Okay, we're going to see if this works. I'm happy with everything else over here. We can sort the names to in ascending order as well. We can just throw that in there. But our biggest thing right now is we want to see, does it work smaller and equal to 900? Or must it be the other way around, equal to or smaller than? Okay, So let's run it, and we can see everything has worked out quite nicely. Our names are in ascending order. The age we set in descending order. There was no particular limitations to the mode of transport, and we see that the fees are showing, and there are actually 4 people. Right, I just want to go back to the design view because I want to know, would it still have shown if I said equal to smaller than 900? If I run that, it's not going to let me work it. Okay, so it's not going to let me run it. It's going to say you may have entered a comma without preceding a value, or it's just not going to work. So what we're going to do is equal to smaller than doesn't work, but smaller than equal to, oh, it works. Okay, so the difference between this query and the other query was that obviously we worked with the females only, and over here we actually tried out the criteria of including a set value and less than it. Okay, again, we could have said bigger than and equal to 900, and we would have seen a totally different set of figures here, or records. There are only 2 that are more than 900. So we're taking the value that we want to include and greater than that or less than, whereas with the boys we said less than a value, so we didn't include that value. Okay, let me just go back to this one where I said smaller than equal to, and guys, that is queries in a nutshell. Very simple way of doing a query, and we can save this one as the girls, and we've created a table, we've created forms, we've created queries. All that we need to do now is to create a report, a basic report, and I think we have the fundamentals of Access covered then. Alright, a couple of more vids to come, but for now I'm sure this has got you guys busy, and these tuts will help you with your activities. Cheers.